Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us again at Grace for Purpose on our live. And we are here just to keep celebrating Lisa, her new book that is out now called Be the Change. I'm super excited about that. Super excited about all the amazing things that God is doing as she launches this book. It's just the beginning. I know that there's more to come. So I am going to let Lisa introduce herself really briefly, and then we're going to get into a little bit of a book discussion. Lisa, take the floor.
Wonderful. Hello, everyone. Y'all see me trying to share the live, but thank you so much for for this opportunity. For those of you that don't know, I am Lisa Freeman. I'm a serial entrepreneur, a new author, and I'm just so super excited about all the things that are aligning itself with my purpose. And so I'm here to share with you the beginning of this journey. That's right. I got my book too. The beginning of this journey, Be the Change. And I'm just so looking forward, Juanita, to all the doors of opportunity that God is going to allow to happen, because um it's been a while. It's been a long time that I have been wanting to write my story. And so it's here now, and I can tell that this is another lane for me. You know how you can tell that
Yes.
something is for you? I can tell that this is another lane, and it's so me. So I'm just so super excited about it.
Definitely. I think I just posted yesterday, when God has gifted you to do something, those doors, they just start to open for you. So keep walking in that path. So tell us a little bit. I know this is your first book. I had the pleasure to work with you to publish this book, which I'm super
Yay.
excited about that. So tell us a little bit, how was your experience as a first time writer going through that publishing process?
Right. So my experience, I would say it was very liberating. It was a time of release, and I just feel like I feel more empowered now. The writing process wasn't a really hard process at all. Thank you so much, Arlene. It wasn't a hard process at all, especially after meeting and talking with you and sharing with you how I already had some subjects that I had been journaling, and I had a previous book that I thought was the first book that I kind of grabbed and pulled from those chapters. So I think the writing process for me, because I'm a perfectionist and I'm just like real picky. At the end, it got really tricky for me, because I think to Juanita, it was like, throughout the edits, it was really coming to life.
Yes.
And then timing is everything, right? And
Yes.
so but just talking with you in the beginning, and me sharing with you my vision, and then just starting to write, and I remember the first couple of times I sent you over copies, and you were like, just keep writing. And
Yes.
so that's what, yeah, that was the easy part, to really just write from my heart. And I love the liberty of being able to write from my heart. So the writing part was very good. There were some tough times in there, though, because I did hit some bumps in the road with dealing with some things at the time, family things. And but you know what, during that process, I knew that it was really basically a setup to kind of put me on pause,
Yes.
because of the things that I was going to have to share through the book. And I remember telling myself, nope, I'm just gonna, if I couldn't get it at that time that I wanted to write, I said, nope, I'm gonna just pick it back up late in the midnight hour if I have to. So it was a good writing experience and publishing experience for me.
Good. And I will just say, consistency is definitely key when it comes to
Hmm.
writing and publishing a book, but giving yourself that grace that you had to give yourself as you went through this process, because life does happen. There are things that come up that we're not expecting. So you also have to give yourself, patience, give yourself patience and grace. but just be moving other pieces in the background so that the
That's
project is
right.
still consistent. But you have to be patient, and it's okay. I trust the timing of things, and I trust
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes what I noticed happening during this journey is God was downloading different things. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes there is that pause because He's downloading
Right.
new things to us to go into our book. We think we're done with the writing, but sometimes God is like, nope, this needs to be moved around here. So you just,
Mm-hmm.
be patient through the process. So how
Right.
does it feel to officially be an author?
Whew, I'm telling you, I think the one word, because I think you're like the third person that has asked me that, and I keep going back to the word empowering. Um, and a form of release. And I say, empowering to the point where there are some things that I shared in the book that I never wanted to talk about again. There are some things
Sure.
that I haven't talked about to anyone, outside of maybe my husband or my immediate family. And certain things triggered me, but I think it was very empowering and a form of release that I was able to articulate it in my way to also be able to share with the readers how I actually felt and what really led me to be the change. And so now it's like, ooh, I can't wait to have those opportunities to really talk about, the specifics, certain chapters in the book. And so it's very inspiring and empowering me to for me right now.
Definitely. So you
And I
mentioned
will
the
also
title of
say,
your.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry,
You're
I
fine.
I will also say, back to your other question about how was the writing process. I think too, when you asked me to set a goal of when I want it to be done, that really see somebody
Yes.
like me that like to see and have a visual or something, that to me helped me to stay on course too. And towards the end, it didn't seem I didn't I, even though I was it was a stretch for me, it still made me feel like, okay, I got the bulk of what I wanted to say. But at the
Right.
end, it was, yeah, it was a freedom to really just be able to go back and do those edits at the end like that.
Definitely. Setting a goal. And listen, sometimes the date might change, but the goal is still the same. But it's important to
Hey,
have
come on,
something
man.
down. You know what I mean? Because
Right,
you don't want to, like, okay, I want to write a book at 21, and then 51, 61, it's like, okay, where's this book? You know what I mean? Especially
right.
if this is something that you feel like God graced and gifted you to do. Yeah, it's your
Hmm.
responsibility to put it out there because your story isn't just for you. Somebody else needs it. There's a problem
Right.
that you're supposed to be solving. So,
That's it.
life might happen, but we still have to remember that it's a bigger purpose. So, set
Right.
those goals so that you can accomplish this book that needs to be out there. So tell
Right.
us, what does it mean to be the change?
So in the book, my whole vision is to share, certain stories of life, how life impacted me to be the change. And I share in the beginning how I really wanted the readers to see themselves in my stories so that they too can reflect back to maybe a similar experience or something that may trigger them through that experience so that they can also feel confident enough that things just don't happen to us. They happen to us for a
Right.
reason. And there's a reason for us to, stand up for right, what's for, stand up for things that are right, instead of just going along with things. And we have to be that light, that God wants us to be. He says to let our light so shine before men that they'll see his good works. That's an
Yes.
old school scripture that I grasped years ago. And now I see what it means. Like, know I'm not perfect. None of us are, but there are opportunities that come along through our life journey that's going to cause us to be the change. And even if we miss it, we still
Mm-hmm.
have that opportunity to be the change. And so I want my stories to resonate with my readers, with the readers, to be able to understand that even though life may have dished out some terrible experiences or some heartbreaking experiences, you still have the confidence to be the change and expect that bigger and better outcome in life, where you won't have to keep looking behind or feeling defeated because you may have reacted or you may have missed the mark during that time period.
Right. I love that. God makes all things work together for our good. So, and you mentioned something I think is important to highlight. You said that even if we missed it, the good thing about it is that God always gives us an opportunity to get it right and to be the change. So,
Yeah,
trust me, you're gonna learn the lesson.
yeah, right,
So it's better to try and learn it quicker, sooner rather than later, because you definitely
right.
will learn the lesson, and God will make it work for your good. Right.
That's it. And then there going to be some times where, people from your past, may, want you to still be that same person because that's just where
Mhm.
their mindset is. And, and sometimes we get controlled by people that we love, and we get controlled by a certain level of expectation that people have over us, and we choose to downplay what's really in our heart because we're
Right.
faithful to a person, right? But there are going to be some times in our life that maybe if it haven't happened to you yet in a way where it hits you hard, and you're going to have to battle with whether or not you're going to choose yourself, or you're going to choose this person, or you're going to choose that thing. And you're going to have to, either way, you're going to come to a point where something is going to change. you
Something.
know Something is going to change, and I will prefer that you take that road that God want us to take. People say, I can't forgive, and they hurt me. Yes, pain and unforgiveness and all of
Mm,
that stuff settles in. But at the end of the day, it's going to be all about what that we do. you know
right.
I'm hoping
Exactly.
that these chapters are going to open up some things, and highlight some areas that people may have been holding on to, and help them release themselves so that they can, embrace some confidence to deal
Right.
with some things, and put some things behind them so that they can expect that bigger and better.
Definitely. And I think now is a good opportunity to share how can they order your book so that they can get a breakdown. Each
Right.
chapter it touches something else. So you definitely want to grab it.
Right. So right now, of course, because y'all know that I'm a serial entrepreneur, I have the book live on my site. I have copies available now that can ship out immediately from my website, www.looks with an S by lisafreeman.com. You can get the book there. You can also go on Amazon. Listen, when we launched that I was on Amazon, that was major to me. I don't know about nobody else or how many other first time authors felt it. I remember texting my son and saying,
Yes.
look, my mama on Amazon. But yes, you can also purchase the book from Amazon as well. And yeah, so, and also, if you do purchase from Amazon, make sure that you go and leave a review, even just about your purchase, about whether or not, how you know me, or what when you finally read the book, just your thoughts and whatever. But also, you can go to my Facebook page, Looks by Lisa Freeman, and also leave a review there as well. So yeah,
Yes.
you can get the book right now.
Definitely. Make sure you go show Lisa some love, order this amazing book. Trust me, it is just the beginning. I know she has some more amazing things coming. So, what's one piece of advice that you can give to someone that is struggling with being the change in their life?
Uh, I would say, first of all, embrace it. Sometimes when we're struggling with things, we try to get away from it, just depending on what it is. And you try to get away from it and run from it, when really you just need to own it and embrace how you really feel. Um, and just deal with you, because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, it's going to be, you and God, right? So,
Yeah.
and just embrace how you really feel, and then, set boundaries if you have to set boundaries. Like, boundaries have worked wonders in my life, through so many different seasons in my life. People really don't know. They see me a lot because, I'm always visible live with my business, but I'm really an introvert. And it may look on the outside that I'm an extrovert, but I'm really an introvert, and that's because I'm a planner, I'm a thinker. And sometimes we can internalize so many thoughts, and then we tend to not want to show up. So I would just say, embrace it and release yourself to understand that you're not perfect and you're going to make mistakes. But the main goal is, whatever and wherever you are in life, that is okay, that you have to make some decisions and set those boundaries to be the change in your, whether it's your family lineage, whether it's in business, um whether it's in self-care.
Mhm.
Like I said, think we talked about this one time before. People on, are driven by social media so much these days, and they feel like they have to fit a certain category in order to
Right.
be at somebody's table or be in the circle, or you know what I mean. And you
Right.
know and then you internalize that, and then you don't show up your true authentic self. um
Exactly. Right.
and it was something, think I remember hearing Oprah Winfrey say, and she was like, once you lean into your truest, most authentic part of who you are, once you lean into that and lean into God, it's going to be like a release. And I don't
Yes.
know, maybe it was just for me,
Yes.
that quote and that what she said, but I mean, that thing just really spoke volumes to me. And I just, because that's been my thing for so long, that I didn't feel good enough, or I didn't feel, you know what I'm saying, strong enough, or you know what I'm saying, growing up, that we
Right.
have those things, that little girl or little boy part of
Hmm.
us, we
That we
we
never
we
dealt with.
we never
Right.
dealt with it. But when I tell you, I am still embracing being my true authentic self, and it feels wonderful. So I would say
Yes.
to anybody, being the change is being you. Love
Yes.
you 150%. Every flaw, everything. Just be you.
Yes, definitely. God is opening doors for the authentic you, not the person you
Yes,
pretend to be, right? So
that's
you have
it.
to be authentically who you are. I love it. So tell listeners, how can they connect with you on social media?
Okay. So, of course, since we're here live on Facebook, my personal Facebook is, of course, Lisa Freeman. The business is Looks by Lisa Freeman. And then also, I would love for you all to follow, my husband and I. We have a marriage platform called Marriage That Works. And so we are definitely working on some things to really bring that platform back to life, because we used to go live a lot and sharing just candid conversations and different topics on what it takes to really have a successful and prosperous marriage, but also have fun, have fun and embrace, your individuality as couples. And so I would love for you to follow us on Marriage That Works Facebook as well. And then I'm very, very visible. If those of you that are on Instagram, you'll find me at this is underscore Lisa Freeman. And then shop Lisa Freeman for the boutique business. And the boutique business is tiered in so many different categories right now. And I'm so excited about it. And that's why I'm glad that I embraced that change about 2 years ago, when God told me to change it to Looks by Lisa Freeman, because there are some different things that God is doing through the business there. But also, Marriage That Works is on Instagram as well. And then the other day, just last week, I was meeting with a friend and we were talking about this group that God had given me about it was 2019 called Let's Build Her Up. And we are
Okay.
getting ready to relaunch her again. And Let's Build Her Up
Yeah.
is really a gathering of women who come together that speak life into each other. We had speakers, we had vendors, of course, we had good food to eat, but it was really a form of release and just to edify other women. And so I'm really looking forward to that. That's coming back next year, but that's Let's
Awesome.
Build Her Up. So
Like I
definitely,
know, like I said, you got some amazing things coming. The doors are definitely opening.
yes,
So keep walking in it. I love it. Make sure I'm gonna go ahead and share this again. Make sure you go and you order a copy of Be the Change. I promise you it will
mhm,
bless you. Christmas is coming up. Purchase 5, 10, a couple different gifts for
that's
people. We definitely would appreciate you to go out and support. And you can also purchase on Amazon. If you purchase on Amazon, make sure that you do leave a review. And then Lisa, share how can they leave a review on your Facebook?
yeah, so they can just go to the Facebook page and there's a section on the Facebook page that you can read. You know, like if you purchase something, you can also leave a review, you know, for businesses through your Facebook page.
Awesome. Definitely make sure, like I said, once again, go order the book, order a
Yes.
couple of them. Check out Lisa's business. She's always sharing some amazing looks on her social media. Holidays are coming up, so trust me, you will find a bunch of different gifts on her website. So go and check it out. It has definitely been a pleasure working with you, Miss Lisa. I know that there is more to come. I'm super
Yeah.
excited for all of the amazing
We,
things that God is doing. And so we just wanted to
well,
share some brief.
we can't leave out the next up and coming book though.
Yes,
Moments for
make
Mom.
sure.
That's coming
Yes,
out. That's
definitely.
already out. That's already out. So definitely, y'all saw me post that before, but that is also available on the site for pre-order. So make sure you go and check that out. Moments for Mom. I'm co-author on that book. It's some
Yes.
amazing women. Juanita, it was her vision. I just know that it's really going to take off and bless so many people. So there you have it. You got a couple of good books
Yes.
already that you can put on your Christmas list. And to any mom, single mom, maybe someone adopted, maybe someone acts as a mom. You just never know, but it's going to be an excellent read. So definitely go and purchase one of the Moments for Moms books.
Yes, definitely. And make sure you join us tomorrow because Lisa will be on with us for Moments for Moms tomorrow night, sharing. We're giving some different tips and insight and encouragement to moms, which around the holiday seasons we can all use that. So I have like I said, once again, it's been a pleasure working with you on this journey and I'm looking forward to more to come.
Absolutely.
Praying that God just continues to bless you as you walk in your purpose and don't stop. Continue being the change. There are people watching and being motivated by what you're doing.
Right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with you too.
Yes, ma'am. Well, that's all we have. We were celebrating. I'm going to say one
Yeah.
more time go pick up a copy. Pick up a copy of Be the Change.
Absolutely. Go get your copy.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you, Arlene.